Quickly taking a look at some of the losers as well. So there's a Tech Mahindra with a loss of about 2.5%, HDFC Life, SBI Life, TCS and Wipro are some of the other counters that are also ailing in trade. What's doing well right now is ITC, 5% uptick coming in there, Kotak Bank, Bharti Airtel, HUL and Bajaj Finance, some of your top gainers from within the Nifty 50 pack. But let's also put the spotlight right back on precious metals, and we've been talking about it this entire week. It's been quite the turbulent week. In fact, let's also go across to Biren Vakil, who's joining us right now, commodity consultant at Paradigm Commodity Advisors. Mr. Vakil, it's a very interesting, very turbulent week to be looking at when it comes to gold and silver. Right now, they're just a tad bit in the green, but who knows how long that is going to sustain for? And what is your sense here when it comes to both gold and silver?
We have seen quite a frothy condition in all risk assets, from Bitcoin to bullion to base metals. So now froth is reducing. The FOMO reversal, what I would say is, and still there is some downside pressure remains. We may further see a correction towards for gold towards 42, 43, Indian terms 130, 135. And in terms of silver, we may see further 5 to 10% at least. It may extend beyond 2 to 10 as well.
Right, no, absolutely, and that's a fair point there. Those are some of the levels to keep in mind as well. But you know what I really wanted to understand here is that this sort of bargain hunting that we're seeing, at least as of now in today's session for, after the Asia trade sort of went away, we're seeing this little bit of bargain hunting. What is the sense that you're gathering here? Is it likely to continue, or do you see the safe haven winds also coming back? Is the trajectory going to be the same as it is right now?
The way Bitcoin is crashing, I'm sensing still try to avoid bargain hunting. It's like a falling knife situation. So I would prefer to avoid long side or buy side trade. Market is even discounting Iran factor as well. So for a time being, geopolitical risk premium also have little bit discounted or shrugged off by market. Current market condition is sell first, ask later kind of panic psychology.
Well, absolutely. So don't catch a falling knife. That's the advice coming in terms of bargain hunting here. But Mr. Vakil, if somebody's already invested, be it through the physical commodity itself or be it through ETFs also, what's the sense that you have for them as well? Any word of advice for those investors?
If investment horizon is beyond 2 to 3 year, gold ETF may be added to the portfolio, because broad story of currency debasement or fiat or inflation hedge is still very much intact.
Absolutely, and that's a fair point there. It is a very catch-22 situation, Mr. Vakil, when it comes to the entire space of commodities as well. But I quickly wanted to get a word going as far as the dollar is concerned. What's the sense that you gather? There's a lot of jitters right now in the market, be it with Bitcoin or just with precious metals. But the sense that you have on dollar then?
Broadly speaking, dollar index still seems weak, and continental currencies, that is euro, Swiss franc, pound, they look outperforming to dollar. Even rupee also seem to be bottoming out process and may settle somewhere around 88, 89.
Absolutely, and that is a fair point there. But I also wanted to get a sense of the near-term picture that you have, maybe beyond the near term also, 3 to 6 months. What you're looking at when it comes to commodities, of course, it's very difficult to tell in a market like this, but the sense that you have broadly speaking.
We have seen fairly extended bull market in equities. Usually, I have seen commodity often witness late stage bubble or late stage rally. So here my place is to looking for distressed assets, especially agri commodities. There are many agri commodities are traded near 10 or 15-year low. So there is true bargain hunters or true candidates, value pick are there.
And what's your outlook when it comes to the entire copper space? Because, you do have quite the turbulent time that we have right now when it comes to copper as well. There's actually a lot of tailwinds, a lot of headwinds that you're looking at. It's a bit of a balancing act even for copper.
AI hype, maybe AI super hype is to be unfolding, and copper has witnessed meaningful correction. But big picture from structural deficit is still intact. So once market settle down, I would prefer to initiate long side trade, maybe either from overseas ETF or domestic equity play, or plain futures, but with protection of options as a risk mitigation tool.
Absolutely. And Mr. Vakil, this question is a little bit of a googly here because, in a market like this, it's very hard to tell when it comes to a commodity, a currency, a cryptocurrency like Bitcoin. I was just wondering if you had a view here when it comes to Bitcoin, or is there perhaps just a little bit of a sense that you have in terms of, what's going to be happening when it comes to Bitcoin, any targets that you're keeping in mind, any levels that are making it to your radar?
Almost 50% correction is there for BTC, 125 to 63. I think still there is some retail long liquidation is yet to happen. Altcoins are basically showing much sharper correction. So I'm still thinking there are some downside risk, especially in digital platforms, stocks, as well as altcoin or Bitcoin.
Absolutely. And that's the sense that we're gathering here as well. Quickly, before we let you go, a very quick word coming in terms of gold, silver, and copper. Where are you the most bullish then?
Gold is still my preferred long side bet. I would prefer based on gold silver ratio with proper risk mitigation option tools. Long gold, short silver is still a arbitrage which may pay off.
All right, then. Thank you so much, Mr. Vakil, for taking time out and joining us. So that's a very comprehensive chat coming in as far as gold is concerned, silver is concerned, Bitcoin, copper, covered everything there. So keep an eye on all of those. The key point here that is coming in is that for bargain hunters, you really need to not be catching a falling knife in a market like this, and keep an eye on what you really know in terms of the price levels, the key tailwinds that you are keeping on your radar. Are very selective in terms of the kind of triggers that you have from here on as well. But